I want to put my hands up and high five you right now. You have decided to click that button and come here and watch the training. It's about 30 minutes long. I promise you it will be nothing like you've seen before. I'd love you to get a pen and paper and evaluate your business as you go along so you can see your weak points and where you need to concentrate. I'm coaching well over 160 salon owners at the moment, and they have one thing in common with you. Just one. It's not the fact that they're doing 30 to 60% increase. It's not the fact that they're killing it at the moment with their social media advertising. It's not the fact that they're growing faster than any other salon I know. It's the fact that they did exactly what you did. They got themselves here to watch this training, and then they clicked a button and they booked a call with me. What they decided was today was their day that things were going to change, just like you. So sit down, relax, watch 30 minutes of training, and if you love what I've got, I'd love you to book a call and have a chat. Hope you enjoy it. Catch you soon.
Your salon to a certain level. I call the lifestyle salon system a salon where you can work the hours you want, you earn enough money, what you want, and almost live where you want. Our job is to try and get you some spare cash so you can actually end up at the end of your salon career wealthy, try and earn enough lazy money, we'll call it, and squirrel enough away to actually finish rich. Most salon owners don't. Only 5% of salon owners make really good money. 95% of us just think it's a job and we just get by and sell, maybe get sold for a couple of grand or a couple of 100,000 and that's it. What we want to do is take you to that next level. I believe there's 9 steps. I'm going to show you them 9 steps today. You might know some of them. We have people, for example, that joined us last week. He's been around for a long time, got a big salon, earns close to $1 million. So he's a decent sized salon. And he's been blown away with some of the stuff that we showed him because it's just different. We just think a little bit different than other coaches out there. I don't want to teach people anything and fluff. That's not what we're about. We want to take what you've got and tweak it to make it better. You know, how much money are you actually losing out there? And to be honest, it's a lot. These skills have been honed over the last few years. This is me. Yeah, so again, still a bit beardy, which is quite good. I had a salon just like you guys. I started my career many, many years ago in the UK, in Coventry. Had a salon, really busy. I don't have my business collapsed and then I found the secret formula and I grew. I've always had a good salon. The problem was I just never made any money out of it. You know, I was busy, but I just made a good-ish wage. It was probably twice as much as I paid my seniors, but I wanted more than that. I didn't want to be on this rat race where I trained a stylist up and then they left and trained a stylist up and they left. I wanted to be able to give my stylist the best money in town. We're in Sydney, Australia, and we fly our people to England to learn to train at Sassoons. That's what we wanted to make happen in our world. We wanted to give them the best training with the best money so they can go and get good mortgages and they can have good lives. But that takes a certain salon to do that. It means that the clients need to know that that's who you are, and the staff need to know. I just had a quick coaching call a minute ago with one of my clients who's actually looking for staff. And I was saying that we applied for apprentices, we'd have 150 turn up for a job. When we applied for senior stylists, we'd have at least 20 turn up for the job because everyone knew that my salon was the salon to live, the salon to work at because my staff got good livable wages. That takes a lot of effort to make that come about. You need 3 things for that to happen. To get to that lifestyle stage, you need to be able to get clients in the door, to fill your staff so you can put your prices up, so you can fill your staff and put your prices up. And that's a must. Like you have to be the marketeer now. And then, of course, you've got to learn how to keep these clients loyal to your salon and then create this system where it's not about you like telling your staff what to do every 5 minutes. Like, it's how do we create or McDonald's our business? We have 3 things that we believe that is a lifestyle salon for you. There's 3 things that you need. I want to put Alice in the center here. We need 3 things for you to qualify to say to me, Richard, I've got a lifestyle salon. 1 is money. If you've got a salon that you can say, mine's a lifestyle. Now you've got money in the bank, you pay you what you need to get paid. You can have enough holidays as much as you want. That brings us into the next one, which is freedom. That means that you could literally today drop your keys with a staff member and say, I'm going off to France for 3 months, catch you later. And the salon will be automated and run smoothly. We call that freedom. And the next one is you are not going to do this alone. We need to do this with a team. And that's about love. That's about how do I build a team that have the same congruent belief in the salon as me? How do I make them actually believe that what I say is true, that we're going to make people look really good? Now, for me, in my world, A lifestyle salon is simple. You've got enough money, you're working the hours that you choose, and your team love working for you. Let me just amend that for a second. We'll go great team. Now, for me, there's going to be three things that make this happen. We need to be able to attract. We call it attract. You need to be able to turn that client tap on. Like if you take on a senior stylist or a therapist, you need to know that you can fill them as quick as possible, ASAP, which means you need to know that when I put an ad out, people come. Or when I put a post on Facebook, people come. Because you need to be able to fill that stylist, otherwise they're going to get bored. But if you can fill any staff member, I promise you, you'll have money and freedom. So if you want money and freedom, attract is what you need to do. You need to learn how to market your business and get clients in on tap. That's a minimum standard that you need to do, minimum. The next one after that, we call it convert. How do I convert my clients to come to my staff members on their quietest days? We don't want you to be busy Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We want you to be busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And the rest of it is cream. That's how it used to be in my day. It used to be like, this is your bread and butter, and then we need the cream. The cream is what's going to give you your money. What we're finding now at the moment is that they're bitsy all week, your staff are, and then they're busy on the end of the week and they go, oh, we've worked hard. Really, you've done 10 clients on 2 days. The rest of the week you've been sitting on your bum. That's what we're finding now. So if you can convert your clients to the quieter days, if you can convert your database so your clients come back and stay regular, you're not just leaking clients out the bottom, you'll have money and you'll have a great team, which means they'll go to your team member. And freedom, if you want freedom, which, I mean, guys, we get one shot at life. One shot, that's all we get. Let's make sure that we live it to our fullness, which means we need to be able to not work all the hours and be a dog like everyone else is. Like most people I know, a salon owner, they're doing all the work inside and outside the business. It's time to have some fun in life. We only get one shot. We call this deliver. And what we do with deliver is that we need to realize we've got to McDonald's your business. Everybody's on the same page. We do other things we do with the client love. We call it the client journey. Everything needs a touch point. We've got to picture what a client does when they walk in and out of the salon. When they do that, we can start bringing touch points into them so everyone gets a remarkable service. Everyone is fantastic. Now, attract, convert, deliver is really simple. That's the three major things you do. Can I attract clients? Can I convert them to love me? And can I deliver a good service that they stay around forever? That's the three basics of growing your business. They're also the only three basics that you need to grow any business in the world. How do I get bums on seats? How do I get the bums on seats to visit me more often? And how do I get the bums on seats to spend more? That's what attract, convert, deliver is actually about. Now, I'm going to break that down for you again once more if I can. I might put this in blue. What really happens is that if you can imagine, we can't just say to you and leave it at, hey guys, just go and attract some people, because that's not good enough. We want to go even down even more. So for us, quite simple. Attract is made up of three elements. There's three things you need to attract clients. One, we call this authority. If you want the right clients to come through your door, your salon has to be in the eyes of a person that doesn't know you, the number one salon in town. I don't care at this stage if you are the number one salon in town, because if I got me inside the door, because I don't know you yet. You need to make sure that if I don't know you, when I see your post, when I see everything about you, you are number one. I'm looking for you right now. That's what we need. The next stage, we call it the money map. We try and give our clients a 30% increase every year, like a 30% increase. To me, that means that you need to be able to know exactly how many clients you need, what the minimum spend is, and there has to be a map of how it happens throughout the year. You built it, so you know exactly where you're going. Called the money map. The next one is marketing mastery. Do you know when to post, how to post, what goes out there, what actually gets that phone to ring? We know right now that only 3% of people react to your advert or your post. That's why no one's looking at you anymore. 3%, pretty low. The biggest majority is the 67%. The 67% of people right now that are looking for your salon that don't know you exist. We want to talk to them, and nobody's talking to them at all. So we call that attract. When we move down to the next stage, of course, we have the 3 elements that make up convert are quite simple. We have the what we believe is the core story. Let's see if I can write this backwards. Core story. We have keep in touch. And we have win them over. Now, like I said a minute ago, we have, that is, let's make sure let's go this way. Core story. Yeah. We know for a fact at the moment that people are coming to your website, people are going to your Facebook page, and they're not booking in for a call because they're the 67%, they're not ready yet. So what we need to do is win them over. So we work on like getting their attention. And once they know you exist, you've got to do something else. No one knows what that is, but that's what you need to do. Is that next step is how do I get to win them over? Your core story is made up of like, it's about you, it's about the salon, it's about your team. And we tell you how to share that with the world. So people, when they see it, they fall in love with you, the owner, even if you're not even doing their hair, even if you're not even in the salon, they fall in love with your ethos, what you're about in the world. And then the keep in touch, like your database for most people, and I'm sure, Gary, I know how many staff you've got, and I've got an idea if you've got that many staff, how much money you're taking. This is probably worth about 160,000 a year extra to you right now. We call it keep in touch. How do we build things into our database? And if you're following Shortcuts, Katomba, and all them lot are giving you, they're like 1990s. They haven't changed their email campaigns forever. We've got one that's actually the best ever, that actually gets your clients loyal. You know, it lifts your retention from like only 50% to 67% on new clients. It's amazing at the moment. So convert. We know that if you can win them over, which people go to the website, they fall in love with you. Why they're going to go anywhere else? They make them loyal, and they keep in touch with you. Use your database to pull them in sooner. You can convert the clients, which means you'll get money and you'll get a great team. Moving on to deliver right now at the moment, there's 3 things that we call the 3 elements that make up the pillar called deliver. We call it remarkable service. You probably call it McDonaldizing. This is how do we make everything from making the coffee to answering the phone to turn the wax pat on, whatever it is in your business, how do we make every single team member align with their job description? This is how you actually systemize your business so it just runs like clockwork no matter what. You can take a staff member on and you have a training program that's built. We're actually doing this right now in our private coaching. We've spent a whole month on this. When we finish, we're going to have a salon policy that you've never seen before. Each page is a training manual, not a salon policy that you show someone, they read, or they hide it under the cupboard. So if you take a new staff member on tomorrow, they take page 1 home. On day 3, they take page 2 home, and they build. So eventually you're building them something. It's an amazing thing. Client journey. The biggest thing that we need at the moment is clients need to come to you and know that every single time they come, they get love guaranteed with every stylist on any day of the week. If you don't have that as a minimum, you'll be losing clients. People will leave you, I promise you. You don't have to be even good at hairdressing and beauty anymore. You have to be consistent. And clients who come to you need to know there's a consistency. This, by the way, guys, will lift your average bill and your rebooks through the roof. And then, of course, the next one, which is we call team meeting. How boring is that one? We know at the moment that we have to employ millennials. We have to employ them, right? It's no matter what. And when we employ them, they're a different breed. Team meeting is how we teach you to hold the best team meeting. So what we can do is everything we just talked about today, you do not build this. This is for your team to build. If you build this yourself and give it to your team, then you're going to be exactly where you are now. This is about your team getting involved with growing the salon. Not giving them all your secret tricks, but you get them to help you build this. And we're going to teach you how to hold the perfect team meetings week after week after week after week to hit targets. Where we used to send our targets, we've done that for a year, so we could send our girls and boys, of course, to London to get trained in Vidal Sassoons. Like, that's what we did in the team meetings. They all knew what they were. That's how we got our staff to 4 times their wage. It's how you deliver your story in a team meeting that they fall in love with the story and your salon at the same time. So I'm gonna skip through some of these things. I know some of you guys have been on before, so I don't want to sort of be repetitive, but I'm going to just go through this for a second. I'll give you an idea out of this. Now, I'm talked for a while now. I want to sip my coffee. So I want to do something for you. Can you see on the right-hand side, we've got traffic lights. Green means go, Amber means I'm a little bit stuck. Red means I'm at a halt. I'm stuck here. I'm going to work through these 9 elements, and I want you just to go red, amber, and green as I do that. So authority now. Can you tell me just for a second, guys? So that's this. We're doing authority at the top. Tell me, are you number 1? Do you put a post out and clients love you? Do you advertise to staff and you get abundance? Where are you now? Where does your salon sit as being classed as the best in town? Are you green? Richard, we've got this covered. Amber, excuse me, sort of. Red, nah. We're really good, but we can't get people in the door. Let me know, guys, in the chat box if you can do that. Are you green, amber, or red? And I'll take the consensus of whatever the average is, and I'm going to drink of my coffee while I do that. Yeah, Serena, amber. So you're sort of pretty good. Gary, pretty good. Yeah, yeah. 2 ambers, guys. That's getting good. I might get ready for an amber if we don't get any more. We'll see how we go. It varies. I could get stuff easily over amber. Okay, cool. So we've got amber, amber, maybe an amber green. We're going to go amber with this one. Cool. We'll keep that as an amber. Money map. Do you have a written down plan to get a 30% increase this year? And do you know how to find it? Because the thing about the money map is quite simple. If I said you get a 30% increase in new clients, I don't think you could. If I said get your staff to increase the average bill by 30%, I don't think you could. And if I said to you, can you get your clients in sooner at 30%? I don't think you could. So for me, like, how is your plan for the year? Like, do you know how much you need to take each staff member? Have you broke it down to almost every client you need? You know the exact number? Like, do you have some sort of plan that you're going for? We have a red. Let's see where we are now. We have a red. Because sometimes we just let our salon's like a bit like a cork bobbing in the ocean, isn't it? It's just, we're doing okay, money's coming in, but you're not in control. We want to make sure that we are in control. 2 reds to me. We're going to go for a red. Cool. Nice. I mean, this is a self development for yourself. Like, you see, I'm trying to get where your weakness is so you know where you should spend your time and energy. This is quite good. Marketing mastery. Now, we talk about marketing in a different way to anybody else. Everyone says, put an offer out there and get people in. I don't want to do that. What I want to do is I want to do 3 things. We call it passive, active, and hyperactive. That means that when you're fully booked, you still put some ads out there, but you're doing it not to attract clients. When you're desperate, you put an ad out there and you do it to desperado. You know exactly what you need to do and when you do it. You're months ahead of everyone else. You're planning that you're taking a staff member on in April, so you've already got your marketing ready in April to fill her up with a hyperactive, and then you back off a bit when she starts filling her numbers. It means you know your rhythm and what you're going to say. So with your marketing, do you have like a library that you go to and you can pull out and go like, that gets me X amount of clients and that gets me X amount of clients, and I need to keep on talking to people at the moment? How is your marketing on Facebook or Insta, or even just old school leaflets? Like, where you're at, do you master that? Is that not an issue? Marketing is not a thing for me, Richard. I am a green. I can get clients in the door anytime I like. Guys, green, amber, red on marketing mastery. Where are you right now? Loving the interaction, guys. Loving this for me. Gary, red to amber. Okay, so some come through, some don't. I'm hoping, Gary, now you've answered a few questions. You can see where your weaknesses are, which is quite nice to know. Like, you might have a problem getting staff members to 3 times the wage because you can't attract clients in your salon, the good quality clients, because maybe your marketing's off. Maybe you don't really know what you're trying to talk about when you're putting your posts out. You know, that's a really good thing to me. It means that we know where we are. Meredith, work in progress. Sorry, Serena, lots of clients, but still red for marketing. Okay, cool. Meredith, work in progress, still trying to get our name out. We are consistent in posting, but haven't found the formula that hits well. I've never done this yet. I'm gonna do an amber for this, guys, because I think you're in between. I want to share something with you I've never shared outside my group. At the moment, we have the best marketing strategy ever. It's not a template. It's not do this and you'll get clients. What it is, it's a secret that we need to talk in 2 words, right? 2. The first one is how to get strangers to know you exist, but that will not get you a client. There's another strategy that we're teaching, and we call it the 10 Commandments. And what that is that's where they get clients to fall in love with your ethos. And that's the key. So the first one, the 7 deadly sins we call it, is we know when a client leaves a salon, they leave for 2 reasons only. They're not getting what they want, or they're in pain. We know that. So we talk about that in the first ad. The second one that goes out and hits them, anyone who's seen the first ad, by the way, we retarget with the second ad, really simple to do. The second one, we don't talk about anything about them. We talk about us and what we believe in. And that's what wins you the client. Most people only do the first one. You know, oh, is your hair too yellow? Would you like to get perfect hair? We're blonde experts. Come and get us. That doesn't work. It's the next stage that works. Awesome, guys. Let's move on. I went off topic then. Sorry. That's just inside information that we're teaching people right now. And it's working really, really well. Okay, cool. Win them over. How many of you people track your pixels on your website? How many of you people track how many people that actually see your posts that don't come in? This is a lot of people that actually go, yep, I've seen you. I know who you are. And then they go and check you out and they go, oh, I don't like that. Like, we're not talking website design. It's what you put on there. Like, how do you direct them? How do you, for example, get a client that comes to you and you already, like, you're Simon Cowell. I want you to go here, here, and here. And if you manage to get to there, I know you're ready for me. Like, how many of you are in control of what they do next? I've got their attention. And now what happens after this? How many of you have something in place that you need to direct them somewhere before they come in? And not just go, oh, my before and after photo got a client in. Yeah, but is she your client or just anyone's client? Is she a pain in the bum? Green, amber, and red. Do you have a plan of when people know you exist, what you want them to do next? I have a plan. I know exactly what you guys need to do next to get you here. I got you here for a reason. I didn't want you to book a call with me because I need you to make sure that you know what I do for a living. Guys, maybe you're not confused. Maybe you think lost your chat box. I filmed online booking. Hey, Meredith, I love that. I love the fact you filmed online booking. Yeah, but Meredith, I'd love you to do two things, which is part of what we do in the last one, keep in touch. When they book, do you send them something before they come in, just to make sure they are pre-programmed? Do you do that? Or secondly, before they book to come in, have you wormed them out before to say, you know, this is the sort of salon, the price you're going to charge? Very important. I'm going to do a yellow on that one. Okay. Next one, core story. Now, I'm going to use a real analogy here that we can call it the About Us page on your website, right? Just for example, that is when people go to the About Us, and by the way, it's the second thing people look at when they go to your website is About Us. They want to make sure that what you've built is for them. It's like, I've built a cafe. It's for guys with mustaches and beards, and that's all I want in there. And we're going to sit and we're going to be cool. That's a core story. I know why you built it. I get your story. Do people out in the world know your story? Do they know who you're trying to attract? And do they know what your team are like? And the core story amalgamates all three. And when you amalgamate that in your posts, and you amalgamate that in your Facebook, and you amalgamate that in your website, when people hit it, they go, wow, this guy, this girl has built that salon for me. And they feel it in your words. They feel it in your videos. They're already going to come in. Do you have anything like that at all? Like, how many guys am I talking to myself here? I'm not too sure. Green, amber, and red. Give us some love. I want to have a coffee break. I'm waffling on here. We're half an hour in, and the next stage is going to go really quite fast. For me, I want you to look at yourself and go, these are the 9 things we need, and this is where I'm short. We've got a red to amber and amber. Oh, we're halfway in the middle. I need one more, guys. We've got 2 ambers and 2 reds. Give us one more. What do we got? 2 ambers, 2 reds. The next one, I'm going to color in. You're not going to get one. I'm going to have to go. I'm going amber. You're going to go amber. There we go. Only because it's already on amber. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Keep in touch. Our last one. So this is convert. Now, when you get clients in the door, most people, the retention rate of a new client, if you've got a good salon, is only 25%. You're only keeping 25% of the people that walk through the door. Like that's the facts. And I'm being generous. Now, if you have a great salon, like you've got a Vidal Sassoon name or a Tony and Guy, like you're really good, like great, in fact, you'll only keep 50%. What happens to the other 50% is what you do next. We call it keep in touch. You might think, yeah, I've got a strategy that my software company have given me, and I just put it in there and we attract loads of clients, but how's it working for you? Like, really? Like for us, we've built something that we speak to people before they come in. We're speaking to the people as they're here, and then we speak to people that have not come through. We are building loyalty here. We've built it in such a way, we call it the Jennifer Leathers letters. We've built it in such a way that it's what the world in 2019 needs. I want to know, how good is your database? It's money in them hills. Like, this is worth 100,000 more a year, and it's already in your salon. This is what you are losing by not having this. I want to know, how good are you with your database that it's on autopilot that actually gets you clients in the door. Guys, we are green, we are amber, we are red. Where are we? So amber, cool, yep, yeah. Most people seem to be amber red. We do zero email marketing. So Meredith, do you know how much money you're losing? Like, even if you do text messages, it is massive. That's a red, by the way, guys. It is absolutely huge, because you don't have to do email. We're not talking about email. We're talking anything in your world. You can do it any way you want. You can do it with Messenger. You can do it versus text messaging. You can do whatever it is. But the problem with this is that we are living in such a busy world. That we forget, because there's so much going on in our brains, and your clients are no different. They forget how much they love you. They forget that they need you until they go, I'm just going to go somewhere else. We need to be able to encourage these people and make sure they still stay in love with you. Because while they're in your salon, they go, why do I not come here more often? How many of you guys go to a restaurant and go, why did I not come here more often? I love coming here. And then you forget about it for another 6 months or more. And then when someone takes you there again, you go, I don't even know why we don't come back. The food's great. I have great service, but I just forget. Everyone's the same. But if they send you a message, say, hey, Meredith, like, remember us? You know, and whatever you put in that memo or that chat is what it needs to be. Okay, let's move on. I'm waffling on this section through here. I know you're aware, Meredith. Cool. Okay. We know that if you can win them over, you can get people to fall in love with you. They get to fall in love with you personally, even though you don't have to do their hair, because they get your ethos. Like, they know you built the salon for them. And you can get your database working all on autopilot. We know you can convert people to be loyal to your salon, which means as they come in, you've put them in a bucket, and the leaking stuff out there is starting to stop leaking clients. We know you can convert them to fall in love with you. You will have money, and you will have a great team. It's a given. You can't have that without money. Just comes because you're not attracting clients and they're falling out through the wayside. They're staying around longer. You know, if clients stay around longer, staff stay around longer, the money stays around longer. Pretty impressive stuff. Simple things you need to do. 3 basic items. The next one, deliver. This is quite, it's very basic, but the quickest way to earn you the fastest money in the salon. We call this one remarkable service. This is how McDonaldized is your business. If McDonald's can get a 15-year-old to actually build a burger anywhere in the world, even on the moon if they wanted to, and we can't get staff to wash a bowl up in a sink or to tidy up after them. This needs to be habitual. This needs to be part of the ethos. This needs to be part of a training program that you deliver in your business. And let me give you an example. How this tends to work is the remarkable service in my world. When we built this, it's called a salon policy in your world, but in my world, we call it remarkable service. Is I build about 100 pages, give or take, of a training program of this is how we do it in my salon. So if an example, a bit of my world, day one, when someone works for me, the first page they get, because it's me, how to make a coffee or tea in my salon, because their job in the morning is to make me a cup of coffee when I turn up to work. That's just me. The second page, believe it or not, is the opening hours of my salon. Third page in my salon was quite simple, was how to book a client in the till. Next page after that was how to answer the phone. And the next page, which came on their 6th day with working for me, right, was you need to know every price of every item in my salon, retail and service. They have 2 weeks to learn that. See, that program was like how to gown a client up, how to shampoo, how to cut hair, how to do foils. It grew intense. My staff member that joined me, apprentice or senior, knew exactly that they had a formula to follow. But what it really was, it meant that I don't have to train my team anymore. My staff, give them the pages. Okay, you're on to page 16 now. Okay, you've been here 3 months, you're on to page 34. And they have a training program. Remarkable service is how we get a stylist, a therapist, an apprentice to follow our way. It frees you up for life. How many of you guys have something like that in your salon right now? Red, amber, and green. Like I said, we're actually building this for people in London right now. I flew into London to build this with a salon personally, and we're still doing that now. And also, we're now doing this in a group right now. We're right through the center of this. Okay, we've got a red. It's a very easy document. Orange skeleton level. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We do this for. I'll give you a bit of a hint. I'm going to give so much. I'm going to put that to a red. I'm going to give so much away today because I'm actually not going to go through my whole presentation today because I actually like the interaction you guys are giving me, and I want to sort of give you tidbits as we go, so you know, for you guys that are not ready to join me yet, at least you've got an idea of where you need to be. So, remarkable service is quite simple. The remarkable service, when we build this, here's the secret to this: is you cannot. I want to repeat: you cannot build this yourself. This has to be built by your team. We have to get training days in. We have to play games with different things. We have to get them out of their seat and get them doing stuff for a reason. And we do this for one simple reason. If they build this, right, which makes it easier for you because you don't have to, but if they build it, they're going to make sure that no one breaks it because it's theirs. See the difference? If you build this and give it to them, you're just telling them to do something. Who wants that? Them days are gone. If you're still running your business by telling them, like leader follower, we call it, that day is gone. It's leader. They have the same power as you in your salon. They're going to build this for you forever. And then you don't have to ever train anyone again, apart from if you want to train them your cutting way, or your therapist way. But indirectly, all this is done to a level that's a manual that just keeps living. And we just print them off and put them in Polly Pockets in the back room. You can do it now you can do it on Trello, you can do it on Google, you can do whatever you want if you want to be electrical. I like old school paper. Here you go. You're on page 4. We've got a chart. You're going to tick off and work your way through it. But we had cleaning levels done. And this has covered everything in your business apart from clients. Now we move on to the client journey. We do exactly the same what we've just done to our salon to McDonaldize it. We build a tangible, real journey. The journey is 5 steps that we follow the client around. And at each step, we build something. So stage 1, the greeting, we build how to greet people. Stage 2, we build how to do the best consultation ever. And it is immense, let me tell you that. On stage 3 is the upsell. We have a percentage that people have to upsell your clients. Like in my salon, we had a 30% upsell on treatments that we charged $35 for a pop. Think about it. We did roughly about 140 clients a week times 30, getting carried away, times $35 upsell every week of clients that walk through my door. That's easy money. But my staff had a target they had to hit for. We built a structure for our staff members where they can actually earn extra money by doing that. But that's another story for another day. So the client journey, that's stage 3. Stage 4 is show and tell. That's where you you'll be getting them to rebook at stage 4. You'll be getting them to buy more off you at stage 4. You're getting your retail done at stage 4. Stage 5, the reception, is just like, did we please you today? That's it. End of. No? Okay, it's free. I had a great time. Awesome. Please tell your friends about us. Like, it's as easy as that. Everyone's doing it in the wrong order. No one's following it. But the secret thing is we invented this, and I haven't got much room here because I'm trying to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We call this the 5 dials. We invented the 5 dials. And what we do is very simple. Very much I've been doing with you today. We color code them like this. And we pick out 5 KPIs, right, that make your salon grow fast. And we call it the 5 dials. And what they do is them 5 dials all aim at your client journey, which means that when you get your salon and your team with these 5 KPIs, we call it the 5 dials, you know where your team's weak. You know if their consultations are poor because they can see it, and they color code it because they get it. Can you see how this was squiggled on a page until we color coded it? It becomes alive. We want to come alive with your team. So we build the 5 dials for you. So you know stage 1, if their new retention's poor, that's where you train them. If their consultations are poor, like their rebooks are down, that's where you train them. If their upsells are down, you know stage 3, they're weak. You know exactly where your team members are weak. And we build this so we don't have to have superstars. Your system is the superstar. Your system itself is what's going to make your business grow, and it will never leave you, ever. We have books and templates that do this for you. So guys, at the moment, do you have a client journey and you know each touch point as it goes around the salon, and you know where your staff are weak, so you can coach them on what they need? And we don't want to teach fish to swim. There's no point doing a whole team meeting on consultations if only one member's doing it pretty poor. So Gary, Red. It's a really important, this is what's going to get you more money. This is going to get your average bill, your rebooks, and your retail through the roof, and you own it. Nobody can touch it once it's been built for you. That's a red through there. Yeah, like the thing we've got here, guys, is that we want to make you aware that where you are weak, because these are the 9 elements that are going to grow your business. Like, I don't know any salon that's doing well, even if they're not even with me, they are doing this well. I can name the salons that aren't with me that are really have got authority down pat, but they're struggling on the client journey, or their core story is really good. They're really good at telling the world about who they are and what they do and what their dog is, but they're really poor on X. What I want to do with you guys is, like, I spend a lot of time on here than I normally do, because I want you to look at this and go, I can see where I'm weak, because that's what we want to figure out here. Like, you start working on these and you start turning these green, the money just comes. And it's simple. There's just 9 bites that we have to work on, and we go deep and we help you tweak it, because you've got them. They're just not working right. They're working all out of whack. We want to put them right. Team meeting. Everyone goes green on this, right, guys? I'm going to push you before we start, because I'm taking it easy with you guys, and you give me a lot of interaction, which I love. So I want to make sure that I give you it back. Team meetings. Have you ever done a team meeting where you speak to your team and 3 minutes later, they've just done the complete opposite to what you said? Or they're looking out the window and then you're thinking, they're not even listening to me. Like, they're just bored. I'm going to tell you what this is. I can't go too much into this, because we have a very set system how we teach people. I learned this about 5 years ago. It's an immense thing. Everybody learns differently, and we all learn stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. We all learn differently. And what we need, yeah, I've been there. I wish I knew this. I did not know this when I had my salon. I wish I did know it, because I didn't. This is something I've been out and I've researched. I've done a training course on this. I've done like extra teacher training for me to teach you guys better. So I use this system how I teach you. I do it for a reason. And then now salon owners are doing this on everything. Like, when we build this in yours, you will follow this formula. And this formula is there for a reason, because there are 4 types of learning patterns that we need. And you don't know which staff member is which. You might have 5 staff members that are on stage 1 and 2 staff members that are on stage 3. And if you talk and you do all your talking in stage 2, no one's listening. If you do all yours in stage 1, only 5 people are going to get it. It's a bit like I'm going to give you a quick example, is that if I get you to fold a towel, and this is how I show you how you do it, and put it in the cupboard, and the next minute you're screwing them up or you're rolling them, that's not folding corner to corner, it's not because you wasn't listening. It was the fact is that they didn't understand what you were saying. In your world, you teach them how you do it. Here's how you make coffee, step by step, bang, 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 get the cup, add the milk. Not everyone learns like that. Some people need a different skill set. So you've got to learn, how do I go through the story so everybody in my world gets it? And it's simple. We teach you how to do this. So it just means how you structure, how you do your team meetings. I don't care who you've got sitting in front of you. Everyone goes, why did he not say that to start with? Why did you just not say that? Really important. Great teaching skill when you've got it. We do it at interview stages. We do it on keep in touch. We do it on remarkable service. We do it on the client journey. We do it on every element of your business. We build it this way because every staff member gets it, which means we don't have to repeat ourselves anymore. It's fixed and done. How many of you have team meetings? I want to go green, amber, red. That when you finish your team meeting, everyone's pumped and you don't have to do the thing ever again. I challenge you to put green. Because even after 20 years, when I'm doing my team meetings, it's tough. I wish I had this skill, but I didn't have this skill. I had to go out and pay, learn for me, and then realize, why are we not teaching this to salon owners? There's someone who's the head of Aveda in America actually created this and brought it over for us to learn. And that's how I learned this. Yeah, Meredith, repeat. Yeah. When I went to my very first coach about 20 years ago, Meredith, she told me you are paid to repeat yourself. And I believed that for such a long time. Do you know what? I don't think I am. I just weren't teaching them what they needed to learn and know. Yeah, Serena, hey, I've been there where they look at me like, what? Have I got suddenly grown an extra head? I'm with you. I think that's true. That's because I just don't know what you're trying to say. I'm going to give that an amber. It's most of you do your team meetings, which is good. Maybe just not getting across what needs to be done. So the consensus here, quite simply, is like, where